Good morning, Downtown STEM Academy. Today is Wednesday, June 4th, a K day on your schedule. Today is International Corgi Day. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good morning, Downtown STEM Academy, and welcome back to day 3 of Crown the Classroom. Today is our final day of the segment, and we will be doing our interview portion. We're going to ask each of these teachers here 2 questions each, and we'll end with one very special question to sum it up. Now, pay attention to the answers today, because whoever's answer you like best, you're going to vote for. We're going to publish a Google form very soon, and you'll have the chance to choose who you want to crown king or queen of the classroom. We'll find out those results Thursday morning, and hand out some prizes too. So, let's get started. First things first. Frau Hannon, what grammatical tense would you go on a road trip with?
I believe it is the perfect tense to go on a grammatical road trip with, because the perfect tense in German needs you to have movement in order to use sein, or no movement for haben.
It is a very specific tense. Very fun to learn. Now, which fictional character do you relate to best?
Penelope Garcia from Criminal Minds. When I first started here, Erin Yoder told me that during my interview, I reminded her of this character. And then I watched all 17 or so seasons.
That's dedication right there. All right, Mr. Wheeler, moving on to you. What is your least favorite trigonometric identity?
Well, obviously that would be the power reducing formulas, because we just don't really need them because they're annoying.
Finally, which Capitals player would you most like to meet?
Well, I already met Alex Ovechkin, the greatest goal scorer of all time. So I would go with TJ Oshie, just because he seems like he'd be a fun time. And, yeah, he seems pretty down-to-earth, nice person to hang out with.
Remember, STEM, there are points off for wrong answers. Mr. P, which organelle would you take to Hershey Park? Oh, dear.
That's a tough choice. I'd have to go with one of the V's, either a vacuole, store my water to keep me hydrated, or possibly a vesicle, because how else would I get to Hershey Park?
Very good answer. Now, if you had to swap cars with any member of staff, who would it be and why?
Probably Mr. Marin, because a bigger truck is always better.
Understandable. Moving on to Mrs. McCafferty. Mrs. McCafferty, what's your favorite element?
My favorite element is actually francium, because it has a half-life of like 22 seconds, and you never know if it's actually there.
Very valuable. Now, what kind of noodle would you want to be?
I don't, the bow tie one.
Bow tie noodle.
Yes.
Very nice.
Farfalla? Yes, there you go, that one.
Very good way to score points with the
Okay.
judges. And finally, Ms. Perez, which physical quantity do you relate to most and why?
I relate to momentum because I'm the MV equals P.
That was fire. And which member of staff would you like to switch places with in teaching?
This is actually a really excellent question. I really like the idea of the TOK class. I kind of would like to switch with one of them one day. I think that would be fun.
That's a very good answer. TOK. All right. Now, we've got one last question for each of you to answer. It's going to be the most heartwarming part of the segment. What is your favorite part about being a teacher?
I really have to pick one.
Just one.
I could say all of it, but that's kind of not true, because there are parts that stress us all out, especially at the end of the year. Yeah. I think it's just the connections with students, really. Like, the content is important, but the those connections are what's going to keep our community alive, and no matter where we are, that doesn't go away.
That's very fitting for STEM. Mr. Wheeler?
My favorite part about teaching is just working with the students, helping them learn that they can do difficult things. That just because they don't like a subject and math's hard, that it's something that they can, battle through, and that I make it comfortable for them to meet those challenges and make mistakes and learn and grow from them.
All right. Ms. McCafferty?
Mr. Wheeler kind of stole my answer. I think the best part is when a kid who's been really struggling with something comes to the point where they go, ow, and you're like, yes. That's I think the best part.
I mean, after yesterday, it's clear the answer is not the dancing. But I would say that I never thought that I would have a job where I could laugh as much as I do every single day.
Well, these teachers took a lot of my answers. The students, absolutely. The aha or oh moment, I love that. But what the big thing is, especially teaching high school, is it's really cool to see each child grow from just out of middle school to heading to college. There's so much growth, and I can see what wonderful humans they will be as adults. That's one of my favorite things.
Well, thank you all very much. We're grateful not just for you coming onto the show today, but for being our teachers here at STEM. Now, keep those answers in mind, STEM Academy. You're going to see a QR code or a Google form later today, and you're going to get a chance to vote for who you think should be king or queen of the classroom. But for now, that's all we have for you today, Downtown STEM Academy. See you tomorrow for the last day of STEM TV.